this last video, I thought I would talk about some of the more sort of obscure but positive side effects of having back surgery. Of course, the number one plus side of having spinal surgery is no more chronic pain. That's hopefully the obvious one. However, there were a lot of other surprising benefits that I got from the surgery that I had no idea I would experience. Maybe there's some things that you have experienced or things that you can look forward to, and if not, maybe this video can just give you a little bit of a different perspective on this experience and hopefully make it something that you can look back on more fondly and with pride. The most important thing that I got from my spinal surgery was a greater respect for my body. Pre-surgery, I really did not have any respect or trust in my body. I often was plagued with different chronic illnesses and chronic pain, and I really just resented it. I had a really sort of hateful, antagonistic relationship with it, even up to right before my surgery. I was angry at it for being weak. I was angry at it for being hurt. I was angry at it because of the pain. I was angry because I had to quit my job. I was angry at everything I had to give up because of it. And therefore I had a very unhealthy relationship with it. However, almost immediately after I woke up from my surgery and realized the gravity of what my body had just gone through and what it had just done for me, I felt immediately more like a cheerleader rather than a coach. Someone that supported it and kind of was there to assist it and help it versus like a dictator or an oppressor. I hope some of you can experience this too. And when you go through something like this with your body, whether it be a major injury or a childbirth or something like that, it's almost impossible to not develop this really beautiful respect for your body and for all that it just did for you. When I could literally feel my body learning how to walk again, it was very emotional. It made me think of all the times that I forced my body to do things that it maybe wasn't ready to do. And it made me feel really sad and realize how harmful that was. I think in Western society, we've really lost touch with this innate sort of primal connection to our bodies. We weren't taught at school or at home how to work with our bodies, but rather how to work against them and how to make them do what we want and be what we want. But each day after spinal surgery, or even before spinal surgery with chronic pain, you kind of realize that all you can do with your body is meet it every single day exactly where it is. Each moment, each second, each little milestone, each thing your body is able to do is such a beautiful and a celebratory thing. And you really just gain such a greater appreciation for all the little things that your body does for you each and every single day that you don't think about. The simplest things like putting on your shoes or giving someone a kiss or a hug become the most amazing experiences. These become tiny little victories and you really start to view your body in a completely different light. Now post-surgery, I wake up every day and I just meet my body where it is. I'm not interested in over-exercising or pushing my body to its limits. I'm interested in discovering who and what my body is at any given moment and then giving it what it needs. If I feel tired, I rest. If I feel energetic, I do something restorative that'll help my body build its strength rather than exhaust it. Our bodies are incredible things. And they allow us to be here and to experience this insane, beautiful life. And no matter what shape your body is, it still is in any given moment helping you stay here, helping you breathe, helping you be who you are. And that in and of itself is something to be very, very grateful for. Another thing that is kind of incredible that I never would have thought of pre-surgery is that spinal surgery kind of gives you the opportunity to see what it would be like to be an old person. And getting old is pretty tough, right? You have to rely on other people. It's really hard to do everyday things for yourself. And that is literally exactly what happens to you after spinal surgery. So it's a really interesting chance for you to see how you're going to react to the aging process and then kind of evaluate what that looks like for you and if you feel okay with your reactions to that, or maybe if there's a way you could have a different, more positive, more flexible perspective. For me, of course, there were days when I got annoyed of having to ask for something or waiting on someone, but for the most part, I do feel like I was able to be pretty flexible and accepting of the fact that I did have to rely on other people. I think it's important to pay attention to your reaction to this process so that you can kind of clock it and maybe see if there's any changes that you need to make, within yourself or the way you're treating other people around your space during this time. that'll also give you some insight and kind of a glimpse into exactly what I said, how you'll be as an old person. I actually worked in hospice in Seattle for 3.5 years, and what I found in working with people during their death and dying process is that the people that chose to accept where they were and just try to be as grateful and as present as possible and not fight it were the people that had the most peaceful and beautiful times in those last few days, months, or weeks of their lives. But the people that really fought it, that weren't accepting of it, their deaths were often very traumatic and really upsetting both to them and other people around them. So if you're able from this surgery to kind of prepare yourself for what it will be like to lose control and be dependent on people at the end of your life, I mean, what a beautiful opportunity, right? Another thing your surgery will undoubtedly help you with is your patience. Now, patience has never been a virtue of mine, and I know it's not for a lot of people. And pre-surgery, I was very impatient. But after surgery, you really have no choice but to be patient. And anytime that you aren't patient and you push yourself too far, too early, you pay for it. And so you start to really develop this respect for your body and this understanding that patience is actually what's going to help you get to where you want to be faster. And impatience is actually going to push you further from your goal. One of the biggest mistakes you will undoubtedly make in your recovery process is to push yourself too hard and too fast. And when you do that, all you do is stall your recovery process. Your body will tell you when it's ready to move to the next stage. One day you'll be sitting and all of a sudden you'll be able to cross your legs, or you'll be able to walk a little further, or you'll be interested in sex in a way that you haven't been interested in a couple months, or you'll feel like you can do the dishes or cook dinner for your family. Your body will just naturally do these things for you, and you honestly really don't have to push it. Just go slow, listen, and all of a sudden you'll be walking with your dog and you'll do a little jog and you'll be like, whoa, was that me? Your body knows when it's ready, so just try to be patient, take a little breath, be quiet, and listen for its cues. The last interesting thing my surgery taught me was to not take anything personally. What do I mean by this? If you are someone who has lived with chronic pain, you'll know exactly what I mean when I say this. Oftentimes you wake up and you have such big things going on with you internally that it's really hard for you to show up externally in a positive and productive and kind way. Sometimes you're in so much pain that even a smile is difficult. And the internal battle that you're waging within yourself just sometimes might get the best of you. So when someone doesn't smile at you or steals your parking space or cuts in front of you in line or doesn't answer you when you speak to them right away, just don't take it personally. You have no idea what they might be feeling inside their body, what they might have just gone through, or what wars they might be waging inside their own mind. We are all at any given time going through so much within our bodies, in our career, with our family, with our friends, with our children, that sometimes it's just really hard to be a human. So be patient with those around you and just try to treat them with the same respect and empathy and patience that you would like someone to give you when you are going through a tough day or a tough hour or a tough year. Life is not easy, so let's just try to be easy on each other. That concludes my first round of my spinal surgery and recovery series. I hoped it helped you guys and was informative, and I hoped it helped give you the peace and understanding and empowerment that you need to make it through this challenging time. But most of all, I hope it helped to give you a better understanding of your body and an admiration for everything it does for you. If you guys have any additional questions or comments, please leave them below, and I would love to address them in future videos if enough people want those. And also, if you guys think these videos would be helpful for anybody in your life, friends, loved ones, please send them along, as I'd love to spread this information to as many people as possible. I so enjoyed writing and filming these for you guys, and I hope that by sharing my journey, it helped you to develop a greater love and respect and admiration for your own. All right, until next time, bye.